Post-Apocalyptic survival city builders are amongst some of the most popular on this channel, and I'm happy to be back for more of Surviving the Aftermath. Hello again there, friends and fans. Raptor here, and it's good to have you here for more of Surviving the Aftermath, as this game has received an incredible amount of updates. In fact, now on the 8th one, we're starting yet another series. Difficult to do now. Every time I start a new building series in this game, they announce a new update, and every time there's a new update in this game, well, we really pretty much have to start over in order for the game to not corrupt the save file. So welcome back, everyone. I'm going to be trying to do another city, a full playthrough on this game as far as we can. We'll probably be playing on easy mode again, just to see as much of this game in the shortest amount of time possible. But if you do want to see more of this game, make sure you click, tap, blow up, and destroy that like button. Welcome to all the new subscribers. And if you want to get this game for yourself, you can check down below in the comments section where I'll link a link to download and buy the game today. Well, let's go ahead and get started by building ourselves a full new city here. And I think this will be the last time that I do this until the game, quote-unquote, fully releases. There's been many updates, as I mentioned, 8. And it's getting better every time. Compared to the first time we played this game to now, there's been tons of new things added. So let's take out a look at what's new for the, I think I missed the 7th and 8th update, but I wanted to see what was new, and we got to build ourselves a big O city. No tutorial this time, but we're going to just make things easy so we can see the most amount of the game in the shortest amount of time possible. Otherwise, it'll be like a 45-part series just to see what's new, and I don't want that to happen. So we'll just go ahead and go with these options here to get the most amount of people as well. Mostly just time saving. I wouldn't even say it's making the game too much more difficult, but alright, there we go. And now it is time to pick our logo, which I swear the developers have put in my custom logo. I swear they put this in for me. Alright, glory to Raptoria down below in that comment section as we go ahead and pick our city. There we are. Raptoria it is. And let's go ahead and go with a logo of, we'll just pick a random one. Let's see, survive and thrive, divide and conquer, adapt and overcome, unity equals strength. We'll go with that one. That sounds like some 1984 stuff, doesn't it? Alright, that'll be fine with me. Let's go ahead and start our game and see what our new city looks like. So again, if you haven't seen this builder before, it is basically a game where your city, where you can build your city, is randomly generated, and also the world map around you is randomly generated too. You can send out scouts and explorers to go around the map and look at all sorts of different stuff, which is really, really cool. So the game will load in here. We'll get started with 8 survivors, and we'll have to build up into a very big and almost an indestructible fortress, and also a city, and we'll have to supply all the things that people need in order to live and thrive. Samuel, the bunker's gone. What are we going to do now? Well, Samuel, now we build ourselves a city. So our city is basically, again, it's in like a large valley of some sort with large rocks and such all around us. So the only way that people can come to visit us is through this tunnel at the end of this long road. And so we'll get started by building all the things that we need to give our people something to survive and thrive in. So let's build ourselves a couple of emergency shelters. We'll build one here and there. Excellent. And then we'll also need to build something for, I think the next most important thing will probably be water. Ah, looks like we have new options for water collectors. Excellent. Clean water storage, water tower, and water collector. Produces small water in small quantities. Built from a local pond or lake. Must be built on shore. But it stops working during heat waves and fallouts. Interesting. Well, that's going to take a little less material than the other one. Let's start with a basic, probably a pump. Oh, it looks like we actually start with one. So we have no additional water for anybody else. So if we're going to get more settlers here, we probably should go with, boy, the well itself just seems to be a very cheap and simple option for this. So let's go ahead and build a well over, let's see, if we build it over here, just don't want it to overlap the current one. Oh, it looks like we can do a little overlap. We just can't build it in the same, circle. So, for example, we could build it up there, and that'll be just fine. Perfect. All right, let's set a work zone for gathering food. We're going to tell our people to start gathering things like fruits and berries. That'll be fine there. It looks like the radiation looks different now. It's now considered to be pollution, so it might actually be on a higher difficulty that there's radioactive fallout. And it looks like this pollution here is just open sewer pipes and maybe dangerous gas mains and things that our people will have to clean up. It's still marked as radioactive, so it just looks a little different. And look at the wildlife here. A majestic deer, basically like half deer, half maybe a zebra, and a giant fierce mouse. Yes, there's now threats from a previous update where our citizens will have to defend themselves against attacking enemies, and, well, both foreign and domestic. Domestic meaning, you know, the animals found within our city, and foreign meaning anybody who pulls up and wants to roll out and do some damage to us. All right, our people have set up a work area to gather concrete blocks from concrete ruins, and also planks from anything that's around, like, for example, you know, treated lumber and stuff like that that we can use to build homes. Anything in an apocalypse. Can't be, beggars can't be choosers, I suppose, at this moment. All right, let's build ourselves some nice roads now. Let's go ahead and get that started. We'll connect our city this way. Now, the bunker actually serves as a temporary storage area for us, so it's a good idea to leave that standing for quite some time until we're ready with that. We'll have additional water at our disposal. Food is going to be our next big thing, but also to give our people more areas to live. So let's go ahead and build like another shelter on the back of this end. And I think it's 6 families or 6 people that can live inside of each one of these shelters. So that'll be pretty beneficial to let us expand our camp. Now, the last thing we're going to do in today's episode is build the gate. We're going to build a large fortified gate to keep enemies out and to basically kind of like provide some sort of security to our town. And so hopefully we can get the materials there that are needed towards the end. There's also a huge research chain in this game. And it looks like a pollution map now in the game too. So maybe perhaps our local buildings will create some sort of pollution too. And here's all the things that we can start researching once we have research points. But we'll have to send one of our people out, which we already start with Jesse Pinkman. Oh, cool, he's got a whole backstory as well. I don't know if those were there before. Everything feels new in this game, but it looks like he's pretty good at attacking and also researching and scavenging, so we got to send him out right away. Can we do that right away? Let's see if we can send him out. We probably won't be able to send him out until we got our gate constructed, but as you can see, we're right in the middle of some plains, so this is what lies around us. There's other colonies out there that we can establish contact with and we can trade with. And then there's also ruins out there, such as lumber mills and hardware stores that we can bring back supplies, things like metal and planks and power tools and whatever else might be out there. There's new components in the game too, but a lot of this is my first time with the new updates. So every time I play this, it feels like a completely new game every single time. But what we can do have Pinkman do here is he's basically like an officer of the law. So if we have dangerous animals out there, such as those fierce mice, we can actually have him go out and pop some fools. So he's carrying like a rifle or a handgun or some sort of makeshift weapon in order to deal with the threats around town. So we can hunt things like the majestic deers, but really we want to make sure the fierce mice and radioactive bears and all the other threats to our colony are way far off in the distance and or eliminated from here. Oh, here we go. The battle begins. Oh, looks like he's got a shotgun. He's being attacked by 2 different fierce mice. Looks like he won. Good job. Oh, wow, he took down 3 of them. Nice job, dude. I thought it was just 1. Now, eventually, he will have his health go back up if he hangs around camp, so he'll be all right after a little while. Okay, so water is established. Roads are being built. Extra shelters are up. Our people should be able to continuously gather lumber and other things. Looks like there is a new component here. That's up there, the rare metals. That's what it is. So things like, I would almost consider those to be like circuit boards and things like that. Not so much like rare metals. But eventually I'm assuming we can take things like gold and turn it into circuit boards and things like that. Okay, well let's go ahead and continue to expand our town. Looks like it's the end of our first day. Our people have been able to build a heck of a lot of stuff and start gathering things like food. That's really important, of course, to not die. Not dying is a very fun part of the game. Alright, let's go ahead and start building some small things. We'll have to research some things like farming, but we can at least start with a fishing hut. I wish it were a pizza hut, but I guess we'll have to go with what we got. So let's build that here. Looks like we can produce 2 fish. It doesn't seem to change no matter where we build it, so let's go ahead and build that there. And that'll bring in continuous food for us, and also a trapper, which we can probably build over here, and then maybe put up some hunting areas there for now, and we'll start building in the open clearing of the map at some point. Okay, let's build our trapper nearby. People won't have to walk too far for work, so that'll be good. And as it is nighttime, our people were pretty much going to be sleeping, and nothing's going to happen. So let's speed up time. And it is not even our first day. Nice to have our general security around. So it looks like he's at 90 out of 100 health. build a gate to send your specialist to the world map. That is our goal for today. We're also going to have to build a few other buildings to start gathering things like plastic. So we'll have to do that because I believe the main gate also requires that. Let's see how much the main gate actually is to build. Looks like 5. So we'll need some plastic before we get this constructed. So let's go ahead and make it a project regardless. And we'll go ahead and get that done as soon as we're ready there. Now, again, I have many videos on this game, so if you haven't yet subbed already, make sure you click or tap the subscribe button and the like button, too, to let me know you want to see a full playthrough when this game releases, when there's more features to it, though it's come a very long way in the last year that it's been kind of available. And a lot of these changes are promising. The developers have listened to the community quite a lot, and there's been a lot of changes that have been, and things that have been added based on the fans' suggestions. There's a lot of people who love this game, myself included, and they do a great job of like listening to what everybody wants to see in the game. And everybody has some really great ideas, including the developers are coming up with some really unique and different things here. Now, what am I looking for? Yes, this is what we want here. The scrapper and the recycler that can gather metal and also plastic. So let's build that in the industrial area of the map. Let's go ahead and build like some industries over here. Maybe just to keep them away from the homes. Maybe like up here, actually, towards the center of the map, because that's where we're going to find supplies, right? So let's build them up here. Alright, let's build another building. That's the scrapper, the recycler then. One for plastic and one for metal. And then let's extend our dirt road. There we go. And those buildings will be built tomorrow, which will then allow us to complete the gate, as well as the other building here. I think this is, yeah, requiring a little bit of plastic too. So these will go up. We'll assign some people to work to gather metal, and then also there's got to be plastic around here somewhere, though I haven't seen it. Metal, of course, looks like a giant junk pile of cars and washing machines and other types of metallic garbage. And then also plastic looks like a bunch of water bottles and other things. Yeah, there it is. Looks like plastic jugs and garbage bags. It's close to the pollution, though, so I don't know if it'll hurt our people if they're working directly next to it or if they have to walk through it. But pollution will need to be cleaned, and there is a building to clean it that we'll build eventually to clear the area so we can build on it, and that'll be super helpful. Okay, let's build our scrapper here. Oh, looks like there's actually plastic right up here I missed. Perfect, so they're right next to resources. Excellent. All right, let's build these two. Very nice. And let's assign workers. Workers automatically assign. I forgot about that. So keep in mind, anytime you build a building, workers will automatically be assigned to it. So if you're looking to build a building but yet don't have the people to work there, just make sure that it takes away from your, basically your free labor carriers, which basically build things or carry things back and forth between buildings. All right, the end of another day, and we're almost ready to complete our gate. We just need 4 more plastic. And then we can start sending out Pinkman on some missions to gather more materials for us. Specifically wood, concrete, even parts are useful, but really what we want to build to start with is planks, concrete, plastic, and metal. Those are our main building components. And then there's other things such as parts and components that are needed for building anything that produces or consumes electricity. So that'll be a good thing too. Alright, looks like the trapper's up and running. Let's go ahead and assign them to the forest there. And, of course, they'll bring back anything like raccoons, squirrels, perhaps a radioactive cheeseburger that sprouted legs. Who knows? There could be anything waiting out there in the wild. All right, no more stuff to gather in the work area there. Let's go ahead and set that over here then. Got to keep an eye on that work area. Always got to be moving it. Okay, let's see. Gate ruins are at 4 out of 5 still, so 1 more. Uno mas, and then we've got it. And the plastic will be... Oh, there we go. Plastic's right there. Somebody just needs to bring it to the construction site, and boom, they did. All right, now let's watch the gate be constructed by our crews. And let's also build a road going to the gate. Something like that, maybe. There we go. You know, I really want to see horses and things in this game, too. I recently played and completed Last of Us 2, and it made me remember how valuable horses and other things are like that as well in apocalyptic games. It's always cool to have the electricity and stuff running, but it's also always cool to see people revert back to like post-apocalyptic cowboys. Like, for example, if you've ever seen the movie with Kevin Costner, I believe it is, in, I think it's Postman? I might be wrong about the actor, but The Postman is a great movie. Hungry mouths, busy hands. Your colonists suddenly approach you and drag you to one of the trees at the edge of the colony. Looking up, you can barely see a faint silhouette among the brush. A silent thief dressed like an animal who's poached some of your food. Demand your food back, let them go, or attack the thief. Let's demand some food back. Could you give us our food back, please? You tell the thief that they better give the food back or else. There's some rustling in the treetop. Before you have time to notice, the thief jumped to another tree. Your colonists are about to give chase, but the culprit's already on the ground and running off. -4 happiness. Okay, then. Into the new world! Congratulations! You've successfully rebuilt the gate and gained access to the world map. The gate is now open, and the vast world stands ready for your specialist to explore. This progress has not gone unnoticed. Soon, your colony will begin attacking various folks, some good, others desperate, some tricksters, and those who just want to see you destroyed. Arm the gate with colonists or keep some specialists close by to defend yourself from inevitable raids. Shadow Legends. Available now on mobile. Just kidding. Alright, let's see what else we can do then. So let's head to that world map. What can we do with our specialist? Can we send him out just yet? Let's see. Looks like they didn't pop up on the map yet. Maybe it's because he's wounded? Oh wait, a group of survivors that are at the gate now immediately. Okay. Let's see. Hey, try to keep your hope up. I used to be so lost until I saw the first newborn child after the apocalypse, and that changed everything. Okay. 2 adults and a child wants to join us with a ton of material. Oh, that's absolutely yes. Perfect. Looks like this guy's pretty good at scavenging too, so come on in. And we have extra homes ready for them, so it's a good thing we built that right away. And we should have room for, let's see, it's 6 per, what are these called again? Survival tents, emergency shelters, right. So that's 6 per, so we got more than enough room for a little while. People are saying, I hope that specialist is going to defend us. Well, we have 1 specialist so far that can go out. Looks like nobody is actually on the world map, though, to travel. I want to send our people out, but looks like there's nothing we can do at the moment. Let's see. Send to world map. That's how it functions now. Well, let's send both of our scavengers out. And let's start exploring the world map. There we go. So you don't need a medical tent to heal your explorers, as I was thinking. Alright, but now we have 2 people who are ready to go to the world map. So let's grab some jerky. We're going to swing by and pick up some of that. Perfect. And let's go explore. Let's go south and see what's down there. Aha! Excellent. There's a factory where we can claim a lot of cinder blocks. That's fantastic. Good. Alright, the good news about that is that with the cinder blocks we'll be able to build more buildings. And it's probably a lot harder to get concrete in this game than it is wood, because you can always regrow trees, but cinder block doesn't grow on trees. I found that out the hard way back in 1997. It's a long story. Alright, 2 deposits are depleted, so that probably means that we're going to need to move our food and probably our gathering soon. Let's move this work area again. Oh, that's nice. They put a little marker above where things are. That's helpful. Oh, wow. Yeah, they're knocking out supplies like crazy. What about food? Oh, boy. We're out of food, too. Well, we're not out of food, but just extra food. There we go. Alright, cool. Specialists are ready for action again on the world map. Let's go ahead and go to the east. We'll return with food later. It's not that needed, but plastic certainly is, and so is concrete. Alright, let's send our people in to explore and bring back those materials. Wow, he was able to gather all of them. Oh, it looks like he gathered some coins, too. I wonder what that means. I don't see anything else in his resources, though. But there's an auto return to colony button. Let's use that then. It'll auto route. Perfect. And then we'll send Pinkman to the plastics factory, or whatever this is, and bring that back too. Perfect. The only other thing now that we need is metal. So that'll be good news. Looks like the trapper's told to gather there, so that's a good call too. Plenty of food coming in. We got extra water for our people. And water is not constantly stored. It's more gathered and such. Oh, we got somebody who's injured. Okay, let's build ourselves a medical tent. Oh, yes, we need outhouses too. Alright. Well, let's build ourselves a medical tent ASAP. And an outhoost too for safety, I suppose. Let's see. Specialists are ready for action again too. Let's build our outhouse. We're by the trapper maybe. There we go. Back to the world map. We'll send our boy back to the colony. All that lovely concrete. And grab some plastic. Alright, good. Both are gathering a lot of good supplies. So food and plastic are on the way. Concrete, we've got an incredible amount. We can send our all the way back to the main world here. There we go. Okay, let's send Muga down here. Ah, maggots. That's another thing we can use to make food, but don't necessarily need it. I'd rather have building materials at the moment. Alright, well, we built the outhouse. That's out of this world. Fantastic, good job. And the medical tent can heal 2 people at a time. I think we should probably build another medical tent. It's always a good idea to have that, just in case some sort of a war breaks out or something. Our medics sure know what they're doing. Good to see. Alright, how we doing on plastic gathering and metal gathering? Good. Everything's good. Specialist ready for action again. Why don't you come on back with the rest of that plastic? So now we got all sorts of building materials. That's great. We'll go west again. Ah, research. Fantastic. Now we can start figuring all that out. So now we can start unlocking things to make our city even better. Back to the world map, Pinkman. And let's send you northwest, I mean. And eventually we'll work our way to the northeast. Looks like we have a bandit camp here. The Rippers are occupying a tool storage yard. That'll be super valuable for us. 33 tools, in fact, so we'll definitely have to swing by there. And he's a pretty good fighter, so that'll be good. I imagine our specialists, when they're out in the world map, by the way, okay. I imagine the people out in the world map are supported by other people. I don't think they're attacking these camps alone. Whenever they're out in the world map, I figure, like, just 2 or 3 other colonists went with them on, like, an invisible, you know, like, you can't necessarily see the people. They don't actually count, but I imagine more than one person is actually with them. All right, we're shutting down one of the medical tents unless we really need it as, like, an emergency backup or a triage. So that's a good idea. A colonist has an idea. Oh, please tell me. More than a bit of wool. One of the colonists approached you, appearing more than a bit nervous. She says that she might be able to provide some clothing for the colony. Her grandmother used to teach her while she was a child, and she seems fairly confident, and she still remembers how it goes. The question is, do you trust her skills? 3 fiber? Oh, yeah, that's definitely worth the risk. Give it a try, ma'am. You gave her some fiber, and she seems thankful for your trust. As expected, the work takes some time, but she finally returns with absolutely stunning traditional garbs. You're certain wearing these will not only keep people warm, but make them look amazing as well. -3 fabric, but we gain 5 clothing. Fantastic, good. Alright, very good indeed. Okay, what can we do next while we're waiting? Well, let's go back to the world map. Send Muga to our... there we go, to our research center. So now we have 200 research that automatically gets transferred to us. Ah, that's what it is, currency. That's what we found at the other place. Silver coins of the old world used in trading. That's exciting. Okay. I'm not going to fight these guys just yet. Let's move north. Ah, that's much better. Excellent. Some good metal. Good. All right, let's start doing some research. Excellent. So what should we start on first? Food, production, colony, or exploration are our 3 options. And look at all the stuff in this game that you can research, too. There's a huge number of things that you can research. Some of them new, like circuit assembly. A lot of endgame stuff that's going to take a long time to get to. I don't know if we're going to be able to see it all, but if you guys continue your interest and continue to support, I'm gonna do a full run through. Or for now, I just want to see what's new. Wow. Okay. Well, I think we could probably start with survival skills, which will at least allow us to produce more food. So that's a good option. Production speed at the fishing hut and the trapper is increased by 20%. So that seems like a good one. And then under production, we have some other new stuff too. You see things like power saws and whatnot. Crowbars, which allows the scrapper and recycler to gather more stuff too. I wish we could set up a queue. That's my only criticism for the developers so far. So I'd like to be able to set up a queue of different things I could research, especially if I have the points to do so. Otherwise, it's just tedious to come back. But it's not a big deal. It's a small thing. Not a big deal. Alright. Well, specialists are about ready to come on back, I'm sure. Let's build ourselves another tent for our people to seek shelter at. I'm assuming we're probably going to get more people to come to our town before we can actually build better homes and gardens, too. I saw a magazine on that once. I have neither of those. Ah, good, the research bar. I love that. That's good. Love that. Wonderful. Hey, we finally figured it out. Yes, we did. Alright, let's move on to... I do like the other thing of gathering faster, too. So let's research that. And our world people should be ready to go. Where are they? Construction completed. Excellent. Good work. We must be low on food or something somewhere. Looks like concrete is next. There they are. Let's go to the specialist first. Alright, Pinkman, go grab some metal. Good work. And then you, Muga, grab some more knowledge. There should just be 96 left then, I'm hoping. Oh, and he also found some coins. Very nice. Alright, so there's only 96 left. Plenty of research points for us to spend. And we'll bring them back as soon as they can return from the world map. Or at least, we'll bring back Pinkman, who is going to be carrying a lot of metal for us. Alright, looks like some of our stuff is getting depleted here. Let's go to... oh boy. A lot of the stuff near the camp is starting to get depleted. Alright, what next? Uh-oh, colony under attack. Oh boy. Whoa, slow it down there, Jack. Oh boy. Well, Hazel, who just praised us for finding it out, just died due to wild boars. What are you doing out here, sweetheart? Oh boy, she was out here working on gathering planks and stuff. Well, that's our first big rip. Unfortunately, no one was here to actually protect her because they were all, our specialists were out trying to gather materials. Ooh, those animals are very dangerous. I think we can eventually research guard towers, though, so we'll have to do that in the future. And, of course, in order to solve that problem, we need to build a burial pit. So we'll put that over here. There we go. Alright, well, if you haven't commented F, now's a good time to do that. Wonder if we can actually arm our basic colonists. That'd be kind of cool if we could give everybody, like, you know, if not a gun, give them something to defend themselves, a knife or something along those lines. Oh, well, that happens. Animal attacks are going to be common in this new world. Alright, one more run to the museum then. And it looks like Pinkman is back. Alright, well, one of our specialists is going to have to stay here. I wonder if I could... I'd like to put him on activity idling. I wish I could put him on, like, animal clearing or something like that. Clear all the dangerous animals out from here. Where do those boars go? Ah, there they are. Is there another one? Nice job, Pinkman. Alright, he's going to go back and get healed up. Alright, well, let's keep him back at base for a while. What is up with these folks? Hi there. What's wrong with you? Looks like they're too hot, maybe? I can't... Is there a temperature gauge anywhere? I don't see it. Well, I'm assuming that these people are either stanky or that they need warm clothes. Or something like that. But we also have clothing, too. So we'll figure that out shortly. I will figure that out at some point. Let's head west. Okay, we can't scan that just yet, so we'll come back and do that soon. And we'll let Pinkman get back to 100% before we send him out on some more adventures. Okay, what else do we have? We have clean water storage. I want to use a lot of these materials now for other things to research. So we'll eventually get to that. So let's do some more research while we're at it. What else could we do? Well, we could do reclaimable materials. That'll allow us to produce more metal. That's a good thing. Metal's always needed at a certain point in this game. Metal and concrete are the ones we're going to need the most eventually. Plastic is just super common. Now, what are these people's... having fun. No conditions. Detailed info. Dirty -10. Ah. So, they must need to shower themselves. That's what it is. So they're a little stanky. So we're going to have to make a shower stall. I believe I saw that too in the game. On Twitter or something like that from the devs. Ah, medicine over there. Perfect. That's going to be a good run. And how is our specialist doing here so far? Oh, he's pretty much back up to 100%. Good. Group of survivors at the gate. Hold on, we got newcomers here. I didn't expect to find this here. What are you aiming for? A settlement, a town, a city? Well, maybe you'll reach that. Ah, I see. Sooner than you think. Okay. Well, let's see what we can do here. Survivors are seeking shelter. 3 adults, 1 children. bringing some medicine, food, and a few other things. And a new explorer, a specialist, Satoshi, with pretty good ability for research. All right, that's going to be our research guy then. Fantastic. Always good to have a little mix of everybody. Always good to have a fighter. Always good to have a researcher. Always good to have somebody who's good at transporting large amounts of stuff. So that's pretty cool. Okay, so let's go ahead and see. Let's see if we can... Oh, wow, he's actually, like, equipped in a radiation suit? Nice. Okay, let's head south with him. Scouts are also very important in this game. We can find vehicles and bring them back to base and fix them up, too. Takes a little bit of time, and it is expensive, but it's definitely a good thing to have. Alright. New stuff to research. Scavenger teams. +1 work slots at the recycler or scrapper. Could be good. I kind of want to go on food, though. Work slots at the trapper or big game hunting work slots at the trapper. How come this one's blue? Huh. I wonder what the difference is here. Well, I will find that eventually, though I would much rather go for farming, though, at the moment. Let's do farming first, so that way we can get some of our people to work on that. Even if we build small farms, they're a very good start. And you can see here that our wall also has storage of our people bringing back stuff, too. Very good. Alright, Pinkman. I want to keep him here because he's a very good fighter, and I'm now fearful of an attack at our gate or other animals. So now that we've got an extra specialist, it's a good idea to keep him on standby. Wow, look at that huge radiation pit. There's no way we're getting through that. Wow. Any more research? Looks like we have some more medicine, so that's great. Both of our characters. Both Satoshi and Muga can bring back a lot of good stuff. A lot of good medicine, which will be needed for any sort of major injuries. And we got plenty of for right now, but always good to have more. Alright, basic farming is almost done. And that's what we'll get started on tomorrow's episode. If you guys enjoyed this one, let me know. Again, smash that like button. Thanks for being here. We're going to get a little deeper into this game and see what's new and what else has been added to recent updates. And I'm excited to go deeper into this. You guys are awesome, so thanks for surviving along with me. And I'll see you guys next time where we'll try to survive another week in Surviving the Aftermath. Take care, have a great day, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye, everyone!